ARCA. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the National Outlaw Racing Association ARCA League. I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we are coming to you live from the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway, a 1.5-mile oval located in Atlanta, Georgia, where these drivers are going to compete for 100 laps tonight. The weather tonight is clear. The outside air temperature is 71 degrees, and the track temperature is currently sitting at 73 degrees. So nice cool temperatures for these drivers tonight. Unlike the heat wave we are seeing across the southeast this week. The rules for tonight's event are these drivers are going to be given 3 sets of tires, 80% fuel, and 2 quick repairs to get this race done tonight. Those 2 quick repairs are going to come in handy. This is another drafting track, just like we saw at Daytona, but it is smaller, so a little bit less room for these drivers. And again, just like before, just like last week, the thing that's got to be on everyone's mind is the big one, the big accident that normally comes with these drafting tracks. All right, and we've got Jared Harold entering the chat, rooting for Thomas Adams, a fan favorite here in the ARCA series. Currently watching him qualify. currently sitting back there in 16th on the leaderboard. Alan Martin in the 15 machine just took the pole with a time of 32.39 as he finishes his run. Currently, you're looking at Terrell Wheeler in that 43, just finishing up his qualifying run. He's going to come home in 13th. And Vincent Isabella, we talked a lot about him last week. Also completing his run. He just took the pole with a time of 32.38. Now we are currently looking at the 19 car of Dakota Dennis on track for his qualifying run. He took second last week at Daytona. He's looking to have a repeat performance here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And that 19 car of Dakota Dennis running a new paint scheme. Oorah flyovers. Dakota Dennis with a good enough time to take 11th for the start. All right, and the drivers are making their way to pit lane now as they begin to grid up for the race tonight. We're going to go through our starting lineup. Starting on the pole position will be Vincent Isabella in the 79 car. Alan Martin will roll off to his outside in second in the 15 machine. In third place, we have Cody Sanderson in the number 5 car. Fourth place will be Casey Flowers in the 11 car. Starting fifth will be Sean Merriman in the 18 car. Sixth will be Scott Leonard in the 6 car. John Hughes will roll off 7th in the 20 machine. Jonathan Wiley will be starting 8th in the number 10 car. Dave Stinson will be rolling off 9th in the 83 car. In 10th, we have Bruce Lee Weaver in the 36 machine. Dakota Dennis will roll off 11th. Ave Nail will be starting to his outside in 12th in that 21 machine. In 13th, we have Josh Eller in the 69 machine. And starting 14th will be Joseph Truskowski in the 42 car. We saw him very competitive last week at Daytona, and he took second place last night in the Cup Series. He'll be looking for a repeat performance. In 15th, we have Terrell Wheeler in the 43 machine. 16th will be Aaron Yancey in the 98 car. 17th will be Preston Shepard in the 52 car. Mike Hardy will roll off 18th in the 2 car. Brandon McGraw will start 19th in the 00. Ethan Straub will roll off 13th or 20th in the 13 machine. And fan favorite Thomas Adams will be starting 21st in the 64 machine. Jacob Hughes will roll off 22nd in the 1 machine. And 23rd, we have Ben Johnson in the 57 car. And then we have Robert Lawson in the 47 machine, rounding out the field, starting back in 24th. All right, the cars are now exiting turn 4. The pace car dives down pit road. We're getting ready to go green. Vincent Isabella in that 79 machine, leading them to the green flag. Green flag is out. We are racing. Vincent Isabella gets a good start there. Pulls out ahead of that 15 of Alan Martin. Getting a push from the 5 of Cody Sanderson. Sean Merriman gonna jump to the outside, trying to make a run for the lead early on here. He's getting no help from the 15 monster machine there. The 6 of Scott Leonard just tapped the outside wall. He's keeping it straight, though. Did not get into anyone else. We're still green flag racing. But that was a hard hit for the 6 there. Audrina Adams coming into the chat saying, let's go Thomas Adams. Another Thomas Adams fan. And it looks like some family here watching for Thomas Adams in that 64 machine. And the leaders are all single file. We're seeing some bobbing and weaving going on here. A couple cars went below that red line. Caution. Caution is out. Our first caution of the night going to come out on lap 4. Go back, try and see what happened there. All right, and it looks like it all started with the... Looks like the 2 was involved. The 2 of Mike Hardy. We'll go back, see what exactly happened to him. Looks like someone got on the outside wall. The 2, and I believe the 42, tried to go low. Unfortunately, Mike Hardy comes over across Joseph Truskowski's nose and goes for a ride there. Seeing a couple cars head down pit road. Scott Leonard leading them down. Alan Martin has entered pit road. Joseph Truskowski, Terrell Wheeler, Aaron Yancey, Dave Nail, Brandon McGraw, Preston Shepard, Robert Lawson, and Mike Hardy all on pit road under this caution. Vincent Isabella in that 79 car, still in control of this one, though. Cody Sanderson has now made his way up to 2nd. John Hughes in the 20 machine has made his way up to 3rd, gaining 4 positions. Dave Stinson in the 83 car up to 4th. And Sean Merriman will round out your top 5. Jared Harold saying Thomas is his daddy. Well, we're a little over a week late, Jared. You want to wish him a happy Father's Day? We're currently looking at the 57 car of Ben Johnson. He was the big winner coming out of that accident. He is now up 11 positions to 12th. And look who is right behind him, Thomas Adams in that 64 machine, up 8 positions to 13th. All right, we have been given the 1 to go signal. The lights on the pace car are out, and they are doubled up, getting ready to go back racing here. Once again, Vincent Adams will lead them to the restart. And the pace car is off as they get ready to enter the restart zone. Vincent Isabella in control of this one. A good restart there. We see the 5 ducking low early on here, trying to tuck right in behind Vincent Isabella. And the 20 of John Hughes also joining that pack as they try and pull away from the rest of the field. Single file racing up front. Everyone just trying to keep it clean. There is a lot of racing to go. Only 8 laps complete out of 100 so far. No need to start pushing the issue yet, but Jonathan Wiley thinks so. So does Cody Sanderson. Jonathan Wiley and Cody Sanderson linking up on that outside line, working together to get by Vincent Isabella and the 20 of John Hughes. Cody Sanderson's going to take the lead away. He will dive down in front of Vincent Isabella, leaving the 10 of Jonathan Wiley out to dry there. Jonathan Wiley still stuck up on that high side. No one wanting to work with him right now. Dakota Dennis in that 19 car, thinking about it a little bit, but he's going to like to stay low. We've got the 20 of John Hughes wanting to take the lead away. He hops up there, gives Jonathan Wiley a little bit of help. Jonathan Wiley got to their back bumper, but not able to hold that line well enough to get a draft and get the run. Cody Sanderson back to the point. We're 3 wide back in the pack. See Dakota Dennis on the inside there. Josh Eller in that 69 machine, kind of caught in the middle, but he's making that middle line work for him. Ooh, looks like some trouble brewing back in the pack there. I believe that was the 13 of Ethan Straub got into the outside lane, or outside wall. Oh, trouble up front, trouble up front. Caution is out, our second caution of the night. We're going to go back, take a look at this. Looks like Cody Sanderson involved in that. Back it up just a little bit more. See what exactly happened. Looked like Cody Sanderson and the 20 car got together. Cody Sanderson coming low. The 20 going high. They got bent out of shape. Stack up the field behind them. Looks like Cody Sanderson taking the brunt of that. The 11 of Casey Flowers also involved. And then the 20 of John Hughes. He's still showing in first. But I do believe he's going to have some front-end damage from that incident. As pit stops have started here, we've got Vincent Isabella coming down pit road. Leading him down and leading him off. Vincent Isabella going to win the race off pit road. Real quick, Dave Stinson on the move again. He now sits in second. We're going to see if we can pull him up in the booth, get a quick interview, see what happened there. Hey, Dave, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me? Hey, Dave, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yep.
All right. We just wanted to check in with you real quick. You're on the move now, sitting in second. You know, you came out of that wreck clean, it looked like. Wanted to get your opinion on what happened there.
Man, well, you have to tell me because all I just seen was the part of like the Red Sea, and I just kind of just aimed for in between them, and I made it. I don't know how the heck it was just kind of weird. I don't know. It looked like neck code or something. I don't think it was anything. I think they got just too close together, but I thought for sure I was going to hit somebody.
Yeah, it's from our opinion, or from our view, it looked like they just both tried to use the same lane at the same time and came together, touched, got out of shape, and the 20 of John Hughes was able to save it. Unfortunately, the 5 car was not. But
there was a crazy one.
Yeah, you were on the move, up 7 positions, up to second. We just want to give you a chance to let us know what happened there. We're gonna send you back down to your team chat and let you go racing, buddy. Thank you.
All right, cool, man. Thank you.
All right, once again, that was the 83 of Dave Stinson. He said they parted the Red Seas, and he makes his way up to second. As we get ready to restart the race, John Hughes in control of this restart. Dave Stinson is second. Dakota Dennis in third. Correction, Dakota Dennis in fourth. Josh Eller in third. As we get ready to go back green here. Casey Weaver in the chat rooting for the 36. And the green flag is back out. John Hughes in that 20 machine gets a good restart there. Pulls out in front of Dave Stinson. Dave going to tuck right in behind the 20 of John Hughes. Oh, we've got a car spinning. That looked like Dakota Myers. Spinning. Yellow flag is out. Our third yellow of the night. Go back, take a look, see what happened there. And it looked like Dakota just over-controlled coming off the turn, came down on the guy in front of him. Goes for a ride to the inside wall. Doesn't look like any major damage to that 19 car, but something he's probably going to have to get worked out before the green flag drops again. And I see we've got Michael Jordan entering the chat tonight. Race day, baby. We are doing great over here in the Rebel Racing Network studios, Michael. How are you doing tonight? After that shakeup on the restart, we still have John Hughes sitting in first, Dave Stinson in second, Josh Eller in third. Ben Johnson has now made his way up to fourth, our biggest mover of the race, up 19 positions from 23rd. Good night so far for Ben Johnson. And Alan Martin in the 15 machine will round out your top 5 on this restart. And going back, looking at the 00 of Brandon McGraw, some major front end damage there. Looking at the front end, looks like, you know, the whole front bumper's missing, chassis bent, tires are a little bent. He's going to head down pit road to try and get this sorted out. I think that one's going to take a quick repair, though. All right, Michael Jordan doing good, eating dinner with the wife and enjoying the action. There is a lot of action here tonight. Dave Stinson taking a little bit of time on pit road. I do believe he may be trying to get some of that damage worked out without using a quick repair. The lights on the pace car are out. We are doubled up, getting ready to go back racing as they come off turn 2. They come off of turn 4. The pace car is going to dive down pit road. John Hughes in control of this one. They enter the restart zone. John Hughes gets a good restart there. The 69 of Josh Eller hanging right with the 20 of John Hughes. Josh gaining a position there. The 83 of Dave Stinson drops back to third and tucks back in. They make their way down the backstretch. Single file racing. Up front, back in the pack. Side by side. Going back, looking at the 42 of Joseph Truskowski. He's been quiet tonight. We've seen him very competitive. Have not talked about him much tonight. We're seeing the 64 Aaron's Dream Machine of Thomas Adams. He's stuck on the high side, not really getting any help in the draft up there. The 5 just went by on the inside. The 18 and the 10 also going to go by on the inside. Tough break for Thomas Adams getting stuck up there all by himself. And going back to look at the 19 of Dakota Dennis, he is back out on track after bringing out that last caution. Stuck in the back of the pack in 17th. He's trying to make his way back up there and have a repeat performance of last week. We've got some 3Y racing back in the pack now. Joseph Truskowski out there stuck in the middle. As he is trying to fend off the 10 of Jonathan Wiley. Looks like we've got Alan Martin and Casey Flowers battling for position. Alan Martin taking 4th away from Casey Flowers. Bruce Lee Weaver also going to go by Casey Flowers on the inside. And Vincent Isabella next in line to get by Casey. Casey's stuck up there on the high side all by himself. No drafting help. And caution is out. Caution is out. Our 4th caution of the night. This one looks like it's for Thomas Adams. Here at lap 25. Thomas Adams now on pit road. Thomas Adams with some left rear damage there. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened. We saw him stuck on the high side earlier on. He got in the outside wall, but I think the trouble started before Thomas Adams. I believe that was Dave Nail caught up in that. Dave Nail in the 21 got into the outside wall. The 43 collects him, bunches everyone up behind him to bring out our 4th caution of the night. We look at Thomas Adams on pit road now. Looks like he missed his pit stall. He had trouble with that last week. We wrote that one up to me trying to interview him while I was getting onto the pits, but I was not interviewing him, nor was he in the booth, so I think that him missing the pit stall there, that one is on him. You cannot blame the announcer for that this week. Although Jared might blame the announcer still. We still have John Hughes in control of this one. Josh Eller in 2nd. Bruce Lee Weaver now finds himself in 3rd place. Mike Hardy in 4th. And Casey Flowers will round out your top 5. Looking back behind Casey Flowers, we have that 42 of Joseph Truskowski. Again, haven't talked about him much tonight. He's just kind of sitting back there patiently waiting, trying to keep that car clean and make it to the end here. And we are being given the 1 to go signal. Lights on the pace car are out. They're starting to double back up as we get ready to go back green flag racing. All right, Jared is not going to blame me for making Thomas Adam miss his pit stall again this week. He said that is on him. Thank you, Jared. And we've got Team 204 entering the chat, rooting for Dakota Dennis. Dakota Dennis now making his way back up through the field, currently sitting in 9th after some earlier trouble tonight. All right, green flag is out. John Hughes getting a good restart there. The 36 of Bruce Lee Weaver did not go with him. That's giving Josh Eller a chance to hop down behind the leader. We have the top 4 single file. Joseph Truskowski in that 42 car. Hanging tough on the outside, trying to gain a few positions. The 2 of Mike Hardy going to hop up to that outside as well. I think that 2 hopping up there, though, kind of hurt Joseph Truskowski in the 42. Slowed him down a little bit there. As Joseph starts to drop back, we've got Dakota Dennis challenging for 7th now. Seen that low line working for a lot of these drivers up front. That 36 of Bruce Lee Weaver, very tough break for him on that restart. He did not go with the leader. Think they caught him sleeping. Let second place get down to that bottom line, and the 36 looks like he tried to move up the track to try and get that position back, but he didn't get any help, and now he's dropped back. Now back in 7th. It looks like we're going to have some more trouble for that 36. He just got passed by Joseph Truskowski. Got cut way up high. No help for the 36. Joseph Truskowski was trying to move up on that restart. He now finds himself back in 10th. It looks like we've got about the top 8, all single file. They're still doubled up behind them. Looks like some trouble back there. Scott Leonard involved, bringing out our 5th caution of the night. A tough break for Scott in that 6 machine. We'll go back and see what happened there. It looks like they were getting, Scott Leonard tried to take it 3 wide, caught the 1 car. Mayhem breaking loose. The 11 involved. The 11 of Casey Flowers involved with that one. With Scott Leonard. Tough break for those guys. We see Scott Leonard now making his way down pit road. He is in our Discord. We're going to see if we can get a quick interview with him. I will wait until he enters his pit stall, though. Hey, Scott, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, that was a tough break there, buddy. We just wanted to check in and get your thoughts on what happened there.
It was a major checkup in that lower line, and they I piled into them. It was probably on me more than anything.
All right, that is a tough break. Hopefully some apologies in the driver comms. No hard feelings there, though.
Oh yeah, no, I think we're all good. It was a battle to try to keep it straight there.
I understand, but as you get around to the pack, we'll send you back up to driver comms as we get ready to go back green flag racing here. Once again, that was the 6 of Scott Leonard involved in that last incident. John Hughes is still in control of this one. Josh Eller will be restarting second. Mike Hardy in the 2 car will restart third. Dakota Dennis in the 19 car. Some trouble earlier, up to 4th now. And Vincent Isabella will round out your top 5. We are doubled up. The lights on the pace car are out. We're getting ready to go back racing here, folks. The pace car is off as John Hughes leads him around to the restart zone. Green flag is out. John Hughes takes off, leaving the 2 of Mike Hardy in the dust. The 69 of Josh Eller, though, trying to hang with him there. Josh working that high side. He didn't drop back in behind John there. Trying to race for the lead. And now Josh Eller's going to decide to get behind John. And look who is in third. Dakota Dennis moving up to third. Vincent Isabella to 4th. And Brandon McGraw in that 00. We saw him with a lot of front end damage early on in this race. He is back in it. Currently sitting in 5th. Watch these guys come around the track. going back. Oh, looks like the two of Mike Hardy into the wall hard. Bringing out our 6th caution of the night. Looks like Jonathan Wiley, Casey Flowers, Dave Stinson, Mike Hardy, and Alan Martin all involved in that one. We're going to go back and see what happened there. A lot of damage for Mike Hardy. A lot of skew for Mike Hardy. I don't even think his left front tire is still attached. The 83 of Dave Stinson with a lot of front end damage there as well. We're going to go back, take a look at it. See what happened here. Looks like Mike Hardy caught way up high there. Actually, it was the 10 going around. The 10 of Jonathan Wiley went around, and Netcode got Mike Hardy, it looked like. Tough break for those guys. We see Mike Hardy getting that damage worked out now. All right, guys, and I just got a notification. We have just reached 100 subscribers on YouTube. I appreciate it, guys. 100 subscribers. We are growing here with the Rebel Racing Network. It is very appreciated. And if you were just subscribing to us on YouTube, I'm going to take this moment to ask for you to go like, follow, and subscribe us on Facebook. We're currently trying to get 100 followers on Facebook so we can bring these races live to Facebook as well as YouTube. All right, they are doubled up. We are getting ready to go back green here. We've seen John Hughes dominating these restarts. Josh Eller tried to challenge him on that high side. We see Josh Eller get a nose out as they go down the back stretch. Let's see if Josh decides to make his move on this restart. We currently have Vincent Isabella sitting in third. Joseph Truskowski back there in fourth. And Dakota Dennis rounding out our top 5. The pace car is off. The green flag is out. John Hughes leading him down to the restart zone. John Hughes gets a good restart there. But Josh Eller really trying to challenge on that high side. He's getting a little bit of help from behind from Joseph Truskowski. When they call it off a turn 2, that high side is going to get a little bit of a run. We're going to see if they can take the lead away from that 20 of John Hughes. Vincent Isabella now linking up with John trying to give him a push, but it is all Josh Eller going into turn 3. Josh going to jump down to the low side. As the one of Jacob Hughes trying to get up there to push Joseph Truskowski. As the top 3 have got it sorted out in single file, we see Dakota Dennis back there in 4th. Getting by Joseph Truskowski. Joseph Truskowski was stuck on that high side. He's going to fall in line now behind the 5 of Cody Sanderson. Cody Sanderson was up front early on in this race. He had some trouble, but has now made his way back up to the top 5. A little bit of a blink for the 42 of Joseph Truskowski there. We have a new challenger, Vincent Isabella, looking to the outside, hoping Dakota Dennis was going to go with him, but Dakota Dennis is going to stay tucked right in behind the 20 and try and take away 3rd position. Joseph Truskowski now here coming up to help Vincent Isabella. Caution is out yet again. Looks like Scott Leonard, Casey Flowers, and Bruce Lee Weaver all caught up in that. Bringing out our 7th caution of the night at lap 48. Go back seeing what happened there. And the 6 and the 11 make contact, collecting the cars behind them. That was the 6 of Scott Leonard again. And the 11 of Casey Flowers starting that trouble. Scott Leonard, a lot of front end damage. Yet again, I believe he just used a quick repair. He's going to have to use another one here. And we are only halfway through this race. We're now seeing the leaders come down pit road. Josh Eller will lead them down. Vincent Isabella, Joseph Truskowski, both elected to stay out. Vincent Isabella will be our new leader. So we wait to see who wins the race within the race on pit road. And Ben Johnson in the 57 going to win the race off pit road. We have not talked about him at all tonight, but he wins the race within the race, gaining quite a few positions on pit road. And look out, Thomas Adams fans. He is now up to 6th. Thomas Adams, currently our biggest mover of the race in that Aaron's Dream Machine. After those pit stops, our lineup now, we have Vincent Isabella restarting in 1st. Joseph Truskowski will restart 2nd. Jonathan Wiley in 3rd. Preston Shepard back there in 4th. And Sean Merriman rounding out your top 5. So lights on the pace car are out. We are getting ready to go back green here. Vincent Isabella looks like he is ready to race. He's even racing the pace car there. Vincent Isabella, we've been watching him these last couple weeks. A very good driver. He's going to be tough to beat on this restart, as we have just passed halfway. Now that we're past that halfway point, we're going to see these guys start to get a little bit more aggressive with each other. Pace car's going to dive down pit road as we get ready to go back green. Vincent Isabella leading him to the start-finish line. Green flag is out. Vincent Isabella goes, catches the rest of the field sleeping. As Joseph Truskowski is now being challenged by Jonathan Wiley on the inside. Jonathan, haven't talked much about him here tonight. He finds himself back there in third. These guys get spaced out here on that restart. Now that 10 and that 42 car, they're going to catch up to the leader fast here. Able to get some help with the draft there. The 10 really has nowhere to go with the 42 to his outside. Joseph Truskowski looking for some help to try and challenge for the lead. All right, and we've got Heavy K entering the chat saying that wreck did him in. He wasn't trying to spin the 6, but the 6 kept leaving the inside open. He took it, and he just came back down. A lot of bad luck. Sorry to hear it, Heavy K. I believe that is Casey Flowers in the 11 there commenting. Tough break there, Casey. But back to the action on the track. The 42 of Joseph Truskowski now challenging Vincent Isabella for the lead. Getting some help from the 52 of Preston Shepard. Once again, Preston Shepard was our race winner last week. Now making his way back up to the front here in the second half of this race. And it's Gavin coming in here rooting for Preston Shepard. Preston Shepard's got some fans. You showed up at the right time as he's made his way up to the front. All right, and we've got some confirmation. Heavy K is Casey Flowers. I apologize, Casey. I am still trying to learn everyone's names with this new league. Harrison also rooting for Shepard. Preston Shepard has some fans entering the chat. Glad to have you guys here. Him and the Shepard and Truskowski are now struggling on that outside line. It was just those two. Now that everyone has gotten bunched up, that outside line just doesn't have the energy as it did before to be able to challenge for the lead. We see the 69 of Josh Eller trying to make his way back up there. He's going to hop up, push the 20 of John Hughes. Those two were dominant the first half of the race, trying to make their way back up to the front after those pit stops. Ooh, the 52 of Preston Shepard getting into the 42 of Joseph Truskowski there, bringing out our 8th caution of the night. Tough break there. A lot of front end damage for that IC light car. And it looks like Ben Johnson involved in that. Dakota Dennis involved. Dave Nail and Robert Lawson all caught up in that. We'll go back, take a look, see what happened there. It looks like Preston Shepard just got in the 42. The 42 goes down the track, nails the 19 of Dakota Dennis. I believe Dakota has already used a quick repair tonight. A lot of mayhem here in the back. And it looks like Dakota Dennis and Thomas Adams both had to tow, as well as Alan Martin all had to tow back to the pits. So we're looking at Vincent Isabella, our race leader, now heading down pit road. That's going to put John Hughes back on top. Preston Shepard going to opt to use a quick repair there. Looks like Vincent Isabella going to win the race off pit road. Jonathan Wiley right on his tail, though. After this round of pit stops, our lineup now is John Hughes will restart in first. Brandon McGraw in the 00 will restart second. Josh Eller in third. Scott Leonard in fourth. And Cody Sanderson in fifth. So another big shakeup up front here. We're now seeing the 5 of Cody Sanderson heading down pit road. He didn't come that first time, but he's going to come as they come down to 2 laps to go under caution. Correction, 1 lap to go. We've been given the 1 lap to go signal. The lights on the pace car are out. They are doubled up. John Hughes will lead them back to the green flag. Brandon McGraw in that 00 will restart second. Josh Eller in third. Scott Leonard in fourth. And Ethan Straub will round out your top 5. They come off turn 4. The pace car's going to dive down pit road. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing here, folks. John Hughes back in control of this one. John and Josh with a great restart there. Both taken off. They have left Brandon McGraw in the dust as the 6 of Scott Leonard goes for a ride to the inside wall. Tough break for the 6 on that restart. I'm not sure if he just didn't go, got caught sleeping, what happened there, but we're going to go back, take a look as the 6 tries to get it back going. The green flag is still out. John Hughes and Josh Eller still in control of this one. Let's go back, see what happened on that restart. Actually looks like the 00 of Brandon McGraw was caught sleeping there. And the 6 just, try not to get into him. Went high, thought better of it, then went back low. And gets caught up there. Very frustrating night for the 6 there. As we now have the 18 of Sean Merriman catching those top 2 cars, looking to make a challenge and gain a couple of spots here. Big pushes up front. As they're getting ready to come up on lap traffic, the 64 of Thomas Adams, and I believe the 19 of Dakota Dennis. Thomas will go high to let these guys by. We see the 69 and the 20 linking up there as they go down the backstretch. The 20 getting a nice push. They begin to work their way around Dakota Dennis. Dakota Dennis going to hang out on the low line there. The 18 got caught behind that slow car of Dakota Dennis. As Dakota Dennis, with a quick repair still in his back pocket, was able to use that, get back out on the track. 3 laps down. Now I believe 4 laps down, but trying to make his way back up there. This late in the race, though, it's probably too late to recover even with a lucky dog or 2. All right, Dakota Dennis with that clean race car from the quick repair, able to hang with the leaders now that he's in the draft. And this might actually be a good spot for Dakota Dennis to be in to try and get a lap back here. Up front with the leaders, we've seen all the trouble has been back in the pack. Once again, to get the lucky dog, you have to be the first car a lap down and not be involved in the incident that brought out the yellow. So we've come down to 30 to go now. Oh, the 69 looks like he caught the tail of the 20. John Hughes sends him up to the outside wall. Some major damage to the 20 there. Joseph Truskowski caught up in that as well. Vincent Isabella caught up in that. Josh Eller will go to the lead, though. Bringing out our 9th caution of the night on lap 71. Go back, see exactly what happened there. Yep, looks like Josh Eller just catches the corner of the 20. Tried to give him a push. Did not hit the car right. Sends everyone for a ride there. And we'll go back and ride along with the 20 of Josh Eller through that. Looks like he's trying to give him a push. The 20 just goes low, and he catches that right rear quarter panel, sends the 20 around. Tough break there for the 20 of John Hughes. Looks like a lot of the field caught up in that. Josh Eller now in the lead. Sean Merriman in the 18 car to second. Ben Johnson in the 57 and third. Preston Shepard back up to fourth. And Cody Sanderson in the 5, rounding out your top 5. But I do believe everyone caught a little piece of that. All right, the lights on the pace car are out. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing. When the green flag drops, we will have 25 laps to go. Don't go anywhere, folks, because the action is just about to ramp up as these drivers are going to be a lot more aggressive as time is winding down in this one. Once again, Josh Eller will lead the pack to the green flag. We've seen him in second place on a lot of restarts. We're going to see what he can do now that he's restarting from first position. All right, they're coming off of turn 4. The pace car is going to dive down to the inside, head down pit road. Josh Eller in control now. Green flag is out. Josh Eller gets a good restart there. Jumps out in front of the 18 of Sean Merriman. Sean Merriman jumps down behind Josh Eller as those two pull away from the pack. But here comes Preston Shepard back there in third position. He's got some space. That's going to allow him to catch the 18's draft and make his way back up to the leaders. And it looks like the 57 of Ben Johnson looking to offer some help as well, trying to get to the back bumper of the 52. As they close the gap. Sean Merriman hops to the outside. He's going to challenge for the lead here. We've got Sean Merriman and Josh Eller neck and neck as they go down the backstretch. Josh is going to get a push from Preston Shepard in the 52. As they take the 18 3 wide now. Vincent Isabella making a run on the outside, but no help for Vincent as he's looking to drop back in behind Sean Merriman. I have just confirmed the 42 of Joseph Truskowski is now out of the race, having used both of his quick repairs. And Cody Sanderson now making his way to the point, getting some help from the 10 of Jonathan Wiley. Our league owner now sitting back there in second, giving Cody Sanderson a great push down the backstretch. So they come down to 21 to go. These two, Cody Sanderson and Jonathan Wiley, working together really well. Jonathan tucking right up behind the back bumper of Cody Sanderson. Excellent pushing going on here, but keep your eye on Vincent Isabella in that 79 and Sean Merriman in that 18. Vincent is a very good pusher as well. He's going to push Sean Merriman out to the lead now. Vincent with a great crossover move as they come down the backstretch. Going to go to the inside of Sean and take the lead back. We now have that 5 of Cody Sanderson trying to push the 79 of Vincent Isabella. The 18 challenging on the high side, though. '18 going to pull down in front of that 79. Take control of the lead. Oh, the 79 touches the 18, sends the 18 sideways. 18 try to save it, but he's going to also get hooked by the 10 of Jonathan Wiley, go down and smack the inside wall. We are still green with 19 to go. That is a tough break for the 18 of Sean Merriman. That is going to cause him to also lose the draft. So to get back in this one, Sean is going to need a caution. All right, Racing Joe does not like the super speedways. Well, I got good news for you, Racing Joe. We do have some 1.5 and some short tracks coming up here in the near future. Vincent Isabella and Cody Sanderson working very well together, though. They have taken control of the lead. Cody Sanderson, we're seeing him an excellent pusher as well. But here comes Preston Shepard back there in third in that 52 car. And Dakota Dennis, even though he is laps down, still up there hanging with the leaders. Trying to prove that even though he's a lap down, he can still race with these guys. I'm keeping my eye on that 19 of Dakota Dennis. Even though he's laps down, he is still up there racing. I think he is now looking to make friends to see if he could push someone to the lead here. As time winds down in this one, it'll be 13 to go this time by. All right, and we see Cody Sanderson moved up high there. Preston Shepard gets underneath him. Preston Shepard now to second as Cody Sanderson is dropping. Tough break for Cody Sanderson. Currently 12 to go. Preston Shepard going to take his turn pushing Vincent Isabella. I'm wondering if Cody Sanderson maybe was starting to overheat from all that pushing he was doing. When you're pushing another driver, that takes the air off the nose, so you cannot cool the engine. And Cody Sanderson, I believe, moved up, try and get some air over that nose so he can cool that engine down and get back into this as they come down to 10 to go next time by. Oh, Vincent Isabella going for a ride, taking out Dakota Dennis as well. Our leader, Vincent Isabella, goes for a ride to the outside wall. We'll go back, take a look, see what happened there. Yep, I think they just bobbled coming off the turn there, and Preston Shepard got him, hooked him up into the outside wall. We'll go back and ride along with Preston Shepard. Preston Shepard went high, and I think Vincent Isabella was doing a little bit of mirror driving and tried to just follow him so they could get that draft, or maybe that was a block. And it ends up getting turned. Tough break, though, for Vincent Isabella. That will now put Robert Lawson in the 47 car now in first. Robert Lawson, we have not talked about him at all tonight, other than our grid where he started this race back in 23rd. He is now finding himself in control of this race with 9 to go. So some big moves for Robert Lawson. Then we have Preston Shepard restarting back in second. Dave Stinson will restart third. Ben Johnson in fourth. Mike Hardy will restart this race fifth. Jonathan Wiley in sixth. Cody Sanderson in seventh. Josh Eller in eighth. Vincent Isabella drops all the way back to ninth after that incident. Aaron Yancey in the 98 car. We haven't talked about him much tonight. Will restart 10th. Sean Merriman will restart 11th. Dave Nail will restart. Dave Now, I believe. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name there, Dave. Will restart in 12th. Jacob Hughes back in 13th. And Ethan Straub in 14th. When we go back green, we will have 11 cars on the lead lap. With 9 laps to go, this is still anyone's race. As we have been given the 1 to go signal, the lights on the pace car are turned out. Robert Lawson will bring them back to the green flag. Preston Shepard starting to his outside. We've seen Preston Shepard able to be very good at these super speedway style tracks and these drafting tracks. I've not talked about Robert Lawson really at all tonight. But he is in control of this one now. It'll be 7 to go when they take the green flag here. Pace car dives down to the inside. Robert Lawson leading him back to the restart zone. Green flag is out. Robert a little bit slow on the restart there. Look at that 69, though, jumping to the outside. A big move from the 69 of Josh Eller. He makes his way to the lead. But he doesn't have any help there on the outside with no drafting help. He's going to drop back. Looks like Mike Hardy just got into the 20. Bringing out our 11th caution of the night on lap 93. I believe that was the 20 of John Hughes that got hooked there. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened. Mike Hardy looks like he just had a big checkup from the 57. That allowed the car behind him to get into him, and mayhem ensuing back there. I do want to go back, take a look at the restart, though. That 69, let's go take a look and watch that move again. 69 hanging back there. I think he might have jumped the start a little bit. The 69 left a lot of space on that restart. Got a great run to the outside to jump out there initially. The 69 also caught up in that accident, though. But we still have Robert Lawson in control of this one. And I do believe we will be getting a green-white checkered finish now. So our current lineup, we have Robert Lawson in first, Preston Shepard back there in second, Dave Stinson in third, Ben Johnson in fourth, and Jonathan Wiley back there in fifth. Vincent Isabella, after some earlier trouble for him, now has made his way back to sixth. We've got Greg back in the chat just laughing. I'm not sure. What is so funny, Greg? All right, we've been given the 1 to go signal. The lights on the pace car are out. They're going to line up 2 by 2. Robert Lawson, once again in control of this restart. And he has really went from the outhouse to the penthouse tonight. Starting all the way back there in 23rd, and now finding himself in first place with 3 to go when we go back green. All right, the pace car is going to dive down pit road, and we're going to do this one more time. Green flag is out. Robert Lawson in control of this one. Robert Lawson, wait until the end of that restart zone to go. The 52 of Preston Shepard got a push in the back, jumps out to the lead. See, now moves to the bottom line, down in front of Robert Lawson. Robert Lawson giving him a push there. Caution. Caution is out. Looks like Ben Johnson, Sean Merriman, David Nall, Thomas Adams, Dave Stinson, and Josh Eller all involved in that one. Quick caution there. Let's go back, see what happened. Looks like the leader was just trying to push the 10 of Jonathan Wiley. Everyone trying to push, and everyone got bunched up in mayhem ensuing again. That restart with the 69 was crazy, Greg. I'm sure the race officials are going to have something to say about that in the post-race. Once again, this is our 12th caution of the night. When they go back green flag racing, we will be getting a green-white checkered finish. The gloves are coming off here, folks. This time by, it will be Preston Shepard in control of this one, though. Robert Lawson will start to his outside in second. Jonathan Wiley in third. Vincent Isabella in fourth. Cody Sanderson in fifth. Ethan Straub in sixth. Aaron Yancey will restart seventh. Dave Stinson in eighth. And Josh Eller, our last car on the lead lap, will restart ninth. And looking back in the pack, it looks like, you know, from 6th on back, there's a lot of front end damage on some of those cars. So it'll be a race between the top 5, it looks like. Greg's saying there might be too many fast repairs. Well, this is, you know, this is kind of like the Xfinity Series is to the Cup Series for our ARCA, or for our National Outlaw Racing Association Cup Series. So this is a little bit of a feeder series. You know, these guys are trying to work their way up to the Cup Series. So, you know, they've got a little bit more leadway, and you know, it really helps you stay in the race. You know, prevent someone else's mistake from costing you a race later on. It has also helped us to keep a very good field here throughout this race. 100 laps at Atlanta. That is a lot of laps there, folks. But the lights on the pace car are out. They are doubled up again. We're going to try this one more time. Green-white checkered finish. So they enter turn 3, getting ready to take the gloves off and go back racing here. Preston Shepard will be in control of this one. Preston Shepard with some fans in the chat. It's Gavin's saying let's go Shepard earlier on. Green flag is out. Preston Shepard jumping out to an early lead. That 47 car got left in the dust. The 47 been very slow on the restarts. We're going to see if he can battle back. But the 79, Vincent Isabella now to second. And the 10 of Jonathan Wiley pushing that 79. Taking over third place. Vincent going to try outside of Preston Shepard. Try not to give him a push. The 10 of Jonathan Wiley going to hop up there with Vincent and give him a push around Preston Shepard. Vincent Isabella to the lead now. Preston Shepard now getting a push from the 5. After a big crash, takes out at least 3 cars. We got to go back there, look at what happened there. Looks like Robert Lawson and Jonathan Wiley involved in that. I believe I saw Cody Sanderson as well. But Vincent Isabella going to take home the checkered flag here. Ethan Straub in second. Dave Stinson in third. We'll go back, take a look, see what happened there. Looks like Cody Sanderson trying to push Preston Shepard. Got him a little bit loose. Preston Shepard trying to save it. Overcorrects. Takes out Jonathan Wiley. Cody Sanderson in the 47 of Robert Lawson. Tough break for those guys. That allows Vincent Isabella to run away with it on the last lap. We wait for these drivers to exit their race cars so we can get our interviews in. And we're currently looking at the 83 of Dave Stinson coming home in third tonight as he makes his way around a pit road. And I see Harrison Heigl rooting for the 52 as well. Tough break for those guys tonight. As Dave Stinson pulls into pit road, we're going to talk to him. Hey, Dave, it's Austin up here in the booth. You got me, buddy?
I gotcha.
All right, congratulations on a third place finish tonight. I got to say, you had a lot of front-end damage, and even I was counting you out on being able to compete for a podium position. Take me through that last lap and what happened there.
All I know is I was just trying to stay out of trouble, and it just got in a big cluster in the front of me, and luckily they stayed up against the wall, and I just scooted down. I tried to get down as low as I can to make sure that I stayed out of it. And hey, that's twice. The racing gods were with me twice today.
All right. I will say they were with you. I don't want to say it was all luck, but, I think that was a lot of luck there for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Here at these drafting tracks, would you rather be lucky or have the skill?
Well, I think, I think a lot of it is luck too. But I mean, I think a lot of it is, there's a lot of good drivers up front and stuff. So, you know when to look for things and when to back off when you're supposed to, and not just ram the car in front of you and when to back off. So there's a little bit of skill involved too as well. I'm not saying that I'm not being boasting or anything else, but I'm just saying it's a lot of skill and a lot of luck as well.
All right, and I'm not taking anything away from you there. Definitely a lot of skill to be able to race at these drafting tracks. But congratulations again. Before we let you get on out of here, anyone you want to shout out on the broadcast?
Just want to say hi to my wife there, and also Thomas is my new teammate there. He got caught up in a few things, ended up 4 laps down, but we'll get together one of these races and hopefully I'll push him to the win or vice versa. So, thanks to the admins and stuff of this league. So, and all the other racers.
All right, we appreciate it, and you being teammates with Thomas Adams, I think you've just grown your fan base He is a fan favorite on the stream.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he's a good guy, man. Good guy. I'm glad to have him on the team.
All right, buddy. Have a good night. That once again, that was Dave Stinson coming home third place in the 83 car. Next up, we have Ethan Straub. He came home second place tonight. Driving the 13 car, Ethan Straub. It's Ethan. It's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Congratulations on a podium finish, taking home second. And I've got to be honest, I don't even know where you came from. I was watching the mayhem happen in front of you. Just take me through that last lap and what happened with you.
Oh, I saw my buddy Preston Shepard. He was battling in the top 2 or so, or top 5 for sure. And I was in like 8th or 7th or 6th or something, and going around like turn 1 or last turn, and I saw a crash, and I just tried to avoid it and went through it.
Well, it paid off, and I'll tell you what, I'll be honest, I kind of counted you out. I just told Dave Stinson that I counted him out too, and you guys both came out of nowhere to take second and third place. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you get on out of here, buddy?
Yeah, I appreciate everyone, all the support and everyone watching, and I appreciate my buddy Preston Shep, 5th place, and Team 785. Heck yeah, thank you guys.
All right, we appreciate it, Ethan. Once again, Ethan Straub in that 13 car, coming home second tonight. But we're going to move on to our race winner, Vincent Isabella. Hey, Vincent, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
All right, congratulations on taking home the checkered flag tonight. Take me through that last lap. Were you watching your mirror, the cars battling behind you?
Yeah, my teammate pushed me out in front there, and then they all decided to kill each other, so just got lucky.
All right, yeah. I just asked Dave Stinson, would you rather be lucky or have the skill here at these drafting tracks? What's your thoughts on that?
You need the luck. Anybody can win at a plate track.
I can't say I disagree. We've been watching you all night. I do gotta say though, I do believe you got some skill. You've been racing up front all night and able to hold on to it, and you completed a box to wire, started first and finished first. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Before we let you go start the celebration, anyone you want to shout out on the broadcast?
Yeah, my 2 teammates there, they gave me some great pushes there at the end, and it's fun to work with them, and just thanks for broadcasting it. I'm sure I'll go back and watch it.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. We'll let you go ahead and start burning it down. Congratulations again.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Once again, that was Vincent Isabella in the 79 car coming home in first place. He qualified on the pole, finishes first. He will be a force to be reckoned with as this season goes on, I think. And now we're going to go through our official results. We have Vincent Isabella taking home the win tonight. Ethan Straub finishes second. Dave Stinson comes home third. Aaron Yancey, we didn't talk about him too much tonight, but he finished fourth. A solid finish for Aaron Yancey in that 98 car. Preston Shepard comes home fifth. Cody Sanderson in sixth. Robert Lawson finishes seventh. Jonathan Wiley in eighth. Sean Merriman in ninth. Jacob Hughes will come home 10th. Dave Nail will come home 11th. Josh Eller in 12th. Thomas Adams finishes 13th. Dakota Dennis in 14th. John Hughes finishes 15th. Ben Johnson in 16th. Mike Hardy will come home 17th tonight. 18th was Alan Martin. Terrell Wheeler comes home Brandon McGraw came home 19th. Terrell Wheeler finishes 20th. Joseph Truskowski in 21st. Scott Leonard comes home 22nd. Casey Flowers finishes 23rd, and Bruce Lee Weaver will round out our field in 24th, 6 laps down. Tough break for Bruce tonight. Once again, I would just like to thank everyone for tuning in. We will be back next Sunday with the National Outlaw Racing Association Cup Series, followed up on Monday night by the National Outlaw Racing Association ARCA Series. And I'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in again. Please like, follow, subscribe if you have not already. If you have not already headed to Facebook to follow us over there, please go follow us on Facebook. I believe we're up to 60 followers. Once we reach 100, we can bring these races live to Facebook. But until next week, this is Austin Householder signing off. Have a good night, everybody.